It feels like Brame, all they got to do is stabilize in the lanes, exist, get farm on the core heroes, and they're going to be just fine.
Yeah, I mean, the this is a kill combination right here. This offlane, this Grimstroke, Inkswell onto an Earth Spirit. He rolls in, boom, 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 bunch of damage. You kill something, but it's up against a Morphling.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the best, like, and it's one of the best carries to pick up against a kill lane.
Indeed.
Though,
and
right?
there's going to be a Coddle there as well, most likely. And, you know, this isn't typical for Spartan. He prefers heroes that have a little more divide, but perhaps role-playing as Gandalf, who did always lead his army into battle, notably on the dawn of the 6th day. But will it stabilize the bottom lane? I would say yes. You just nuke. What is a Grimstroke Earth Spirit to do with the creep waves against them? That's the big issue.
Yeah.
The battle begins.
2-2 split on the bounty runes.
Are they going to try lane?
They're going to start off with a tri-lane. We'll see if they hold that tri-lane or not.
Yeah. Well, it looks like it'll be... Yeah, just they're going to blast from the left side. You saw the couple of pings.
Yep.
And see if that's enough damage to maybe not kill the Lifestealer, but he didn't bring a salve, so could be a huge help. And there's mid lane, Kunkka versus Razor. Good luck, have fun. Sorry, Stormer.
Yeah, it's
Top
not going
lane?
to be a fun one. Let's watch that top lane.
Oh, the toss
Nukes
back.
in action with the toss back as well as the extra damage coming in. They bring Ace decently low. That's a good bit of initial harassment here. And then I was just thinking, like, if you just constantly nuke them and you're also battle hungering them, like the pressure that they're under.
The courier. Oh my god. They hit it, but Spartan
Sneaks behind the tower and finds Tofu's courier. And look at them. They're still under the pressure. I mean, you had Stoneman already getting one of the denies to prevent Ace to be able to not only get CS, but remove battle hunger. It's pretty much the damage is done. They kind of did what they wanted to. Now Spartan's going to roll out back to the bottom lane, where he's getting some good body blocks right now on Rasmus. Unfortunately, Focus does not have level 3.
Spartan. So. I love Spartan. His playstyle, it's so unnecessary at times. So you ever play basketball, like pickup games with a guy that, you know, would like deliberately slow on a fast break so he could try to go behind the back? Sometimes maybe he kicks it out of bounds. You know, but you know what? Basketball's a worldwide sport, okay? You guys are going to have to suffer through the analogy because it really is just nuts watching him play.
Nice roll in. Focus in a bit of trouble here as he's going to be forced to use another waveform. Fortunately, he's got Coddle, I guess, to give him mana, so it's not like he's really going to run out of that anytime soon.
The health regen, though, is a different story. There's the stuff. Oh, that was... I would have probably waited for him to get a little more agility morphed before health potting, but Spartan wanting to save time.
Made the main mid lane matchup. 11-4, 10-0, so early deny lead for the Razor is kind of expected. Our Kunkka can still get last hits, but it's mostly with Tidebringer.
Yep. Definitely not an easy lane, but it's manageable. You're not going to get crushed completely. You'll just lose.
Yeah. This matchup was a lot easier for the Kunkka back when he could use Tidebringer to also get denies.
Yeah, definitely. I think it was easier as well before Razors naturally went for this bottle build because of the water rune control, because it means they can be a lot more liberal about their Q usage. They're definitely going to be linking you whenever it's available. And yeah, sure, you can get free health regen and more torrents, but I'd much rather be the Razor with free mana. Top lane, though, this is... Man, I feel like we've seen this a couple times, where the Axe lane just doesn't go well. Consider they started with 3 as well, but I really feel like they play too aggressive. Like, what does an AA do to stop Axe Tiny from backlaning, right? Instead, they've been trying to contest.
Toss him over, way out of the range of the tower. Nice catch by Stoneman.
Nice job.
That's going to be your first blood.
Yeah, that's what I want to see them do. Like, Lifestealer can't help. When you're in a matchup as an offlaner against something that you can't ever really trade with, just deny him the ability to play the lane. Make him just hit creeps under tower. You play back here with your Tiny. AA
Is he going to reveal
out.
his positioning? Gilger doesn't go for the kill on the courier, but does try and complete this gank. They're going to go for Stoneman, who, with his boots, is trying to pull the creep wave on out here, but he's going to be rolled on, body blocked until the cold feet eventually lands, but it looks like he was still able to get out of range, at least make them go for a little bit of a run around here for a bit, but eventually he'll die.
That's well done, though. That extra bit of time should keep them out of XP range for 1, maybe even 2 creeps on the tower. So still a pretty worthwhile trade. I think Axe also stole that creep wave. So a job well done for a 4 position.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Never.
Morphling the big problem, though. Definitely outlaning bottom, but not really much you can do with Grimstroke. Like, they have kill threat, but that's about it. Now Rasmus in some trouble.
Slowing him down a bunch. The TP comes in, but he's too slow to be able to catch up with the Inkswell, and very easily gets swept up by the focused Morphling.
I was so sure he was in tower range there. Yeah, JJ was thinking the same. Can't believe that he, I guess, just skirted on the outside move. There was no vision behind the tree, but it's daytime. You'd figure they would have seen. So it must have just been out. Maybe 20 units at most.
Yeah, I mean, they look at it, and initially I think the same, which is like, okay, it's a coddle. There's not much he can really do when it comes to kill threat. So Grimstroke might be okay solo laning for a bit. But Solar Bind is a really annoying ability when the lane is very long. And Rasmus, you could see, he slows down to near crawl by the time he gets back to his tower range, which is more than enough time for Focus to be able to get the damage put together to get another Rasmus kill. Nice toss back by Stominen with the avalanche onto 2 as well. That's going to be a double kill for Wish looking at this.
Yeah, Brame have come alive. The laning phase, I think they recognize the issue from that first game. Have better lanes, and so far, so good. That Solar Bound also, the increased magic resistance. There aren't many tools in Dota that provide that. I think it's a little bit undervalued by a lot of teams. I still see people skip that ability entirely.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's so valued.
It's so valued, just the 1 point.
I mean, effectively, they did a good job because it has effectively the same impact as the old Mana Leak, where it keeps you in place just without the super obnoxious mana burning aspect of it.
That was so silly.
Yeah, that was a broken ability for quite some time. And it's in part because of the tri-lane, also the catch on the Ancient Apparition, the way they're back-laning. This Axe is going to have a fine time on his Vanguard. So this is the only lane that could have gone a little bit bad for them. And it's still going good enough. After all, he's only 200 behind Kunkka.
Yep, this is the danger of picking Earth Spirit. You, sure, can get a lot done, find a lot of kills, and they'll find one here on Stominen who wanders into death.
Yeah, he's going to be dead to the combo for sure. Wish is going to try and go for a punish here. Steals a little bit of damage from Stormstormer, turns back for the kill on a Gilger.
So the issue is you're in a scenario where your mid lane is outmatched. You can't gank a Morphling, we've discussed why. You can't really gank the Razor, and Axe has a Vanguard. So suddenly, you're in a scenario where Bramer's super down to just continue the laning phase. All 3 cores will keep playing their lanes, they'll relax, and build a net worth advantage, plus they have the late game. You could argue. Yeah, AA against Morph somewhat equalizes things, but the Razor against Lifestealer, I think, removes that as a potential win condition.
Yeah, I mean, the possibility of Razor just being a non-factor is pretty high, right? Just because Rasmus slowed down again, focus.
That is so good.
Oh, Gilger. He's going to try and look for the roll away, but toss. He doesn't actually have the roll for another 8 seconds, so he knew he was just dead.
This is you only kill heroes, Cap. And if you can't do that, I don't know how to find a place in the game. You can't go pressure anywhere. It's not like Morphling's afraid of you. So what can you do other than
I mean, it's weird because I'm watching Gilger run around, but it's not doing anything, and it's leaving Rasmus high and dry out here in the off lane. Even like if he was just here in the bottom lane, I feel like the game would be going a little bit better.
Oh, this is miserable.
It really
There's
is.
nothing you can do about it. Okay.
Tofu.
Wish?
Oh, didn't want to dive too deep into tier 2 and ends up being a little bit shallow here. The toss over Stormstormer brought into the hands of Wish, but it is going to lead Stominen behind, and Spartan is going to get cleaned up as well. Wish and his dive deep into the tier 2 lured his supports a little bit too far past the river.
Yeah, once you get into the, especially when they're in the enemy triangle, like maybe Rasmus is having a bad game, but him and his Gilger counterpart they're gonna run over mid. Like you're right there.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous place to play. Luckily, Skylark, this is the big benefit of Axe, Centaur, all these heroes that just farm and ignore damage with a Vanguard. It doesn't matter if Lifestealer counters you, you're not playing the lane anymore.
Yeah.
And even if a support shows up, it's worthless. So basically, both heroes top, they free farm, and it's a 4-on-4 on the rest of the map. but definitely going to favor Brame just thanks to the strength of their cores and also their number 1 and 2 positions on the net worth chart.
Yeah, it helps that Morphling can kill a creep wave and then go back and kill neutrals. Axe is killing the neutrals up there in top lane, so both sides are being able to get the full laning phase plus.
Yep.
Whereas, you know, poor old Lifestealer can only hit the creeps that are available to him under tower.
Yep, and that's the big issue. So Kunkka can do the same. You're going to accelerate, but just a tough game. Weird smoke. This is very risky.
Yeah, they are. I mean, Brame not slowing down for a minute here. With this smoke into the triangle, a little bit risky, only nets them a kill onto Tofu. Not the kill they were looking for. They wanted the Kunkka.
Razor's so sick with this mana give as well. You get you get a Q, a link, a few more seconds, another Q. It's actually a ton of damage. Also ensures you have near 100% uptime with your link. If you get that mana, max level at last 18.
Another great read by
cooldown.
Skylark with that TP up, by the way.
Yeah.
The rotation was coming from Stormer. And now, because they couldn't find the Axe actually finds them in the mid lane. Fortunately, the boat lands. Stormer, though, could still be chased down here by the... No.
Oh, he's really fast. That rum buff, man. It gives you a lot more. You know, the damage reduction is nice, but people forget about the move speed sometimes.
Working
Good
towards
ability.
the armlet.
There was a like multi-year period. Nobody picked Kunkka. Remember that?
Yep.
And then once someone, I think it might have been no one in VP. I don't really remember who brought it out first, but once people realized, hey, wait, this is a mid-hero, it's almost like the developers realized it too. And now he's been balanced around that more than anything else. It was a support for a while. The LAN-AM Kunkka. Remember those days?
Yeah,
SD
that was a
Kunkka
weird
first
time.
too. It was like as recent as TI6 as well.
Skylark, while farming the neutrals, he really doesn't want to get too close to Ace at any time. That's why backlaning was such a big advantage to him. Bottom lane, Spartan. With the Morphling no longer occupying this lane, Spartan tried to pick up some farm.
That was a very ambitious Fairy Fire.
Yeah, yeah, it was.
I think he was
Spartan-
dead with no AA ult.
Yeah. Spartan's philosophy seems to be don't be afraid of death, but never go down without a fight.
Indeed. Keeping to the Bushido code. Let's see. Still a pretty even game. I like that Storm
Nice
getting
catch.
active.
The torrent
Oh,
there,
no.
spotting Spartan, TPing in the boat to finish him off. That's going to be a fast kill out of nowhere. The Ice Blast to finish him off.
They got him. Houston, we got him.
Through every single ability in the book there from Hellbear Smashers. They get the kill and get out without any losses, so...
They're still falling behind in the core department. And Focus, I like this teleport top. You can't really deal with the lifesteal anymore as the Axe, so make the Morph do it. I like the build too. Dragonland's real value nowadays. Basically 24 agility when you consider the shift.
Yeah, one level of the Morbid Mask. Looks like he's going to go an S&Y. I'm presuming like an S&Y Scotty, just full right-click build, it looks like.
Yep, you need to have more HP than normal against AA. The shifting isn't really going to be able to keep you alive. So, more of an early game stats-based build. I'm sure we'll see a BKB, like 3rd or 4th item as well. Does Skylark have a blink? He's going to have one soon, right? No. Yes. Wow. That's... Oh, I was like, no, he doesn't because he has 800 gold. No, he has Blink Vanguard and 800 gold. Yul's the next choice, too. Really nice item in this game. Removing,
certainly.
all these debuffs.
Remove the Silence, Cold Feet, potentially helps against Inkswell by dispelling it.
Yep.
Helps him get rid of the Phantom, and may even dodge X Torrent Boat combo.
Exactly.
That's a lot of good stuff there.
Some value for sure. This smoke move is excellent. I love when you can collapse on mid tower. 5 heroes here, and it's really unlikely Hellbear Smashers is going to be ready for this. 5 on
Especially to get the right call, but they're going for Storm with an armlet activated. Let's see if they can actually burst him down. The boat's going to be coming in. They've used everything. The boat, it's going to be able to bail him out, at least for now, but Focus is on the other side of things now. Wave forms through, catches the 2 off lane. Rasmus is going to be run over by the Lightning of Wish before the Inkswell explosion, and a Yule Scepter on top of that to stop Gilgar from retreating. And even, what is this? Ace! Where did he come from? Well, I know where he's going back to. That's going to be the fountain. And Tofu, the last member of Smashers, alive for a second here. A cold feet TP out will keep him alive. But still, it's a 4-for-0 to the favor of Brame.
It's just such a great movement. If you can get a clip on that, that'd be ideal. Because this, look at this. First off, the initiation, perfect. Here's the counter initiation. It's whiffed. The stun catches Gilger's roll, so it misses. Everybody jukes the boat. Everybody jukes the ice blast. The fight's over at that point. And this is the danger of trying to defend towers without a plan. Because they only had 3 heroes, and they get initiated on. There's 5 heroes from Brame. They're set up. They ignore the fact that the tower exists. And if you're able to do that as a full lineup, you're almost always going to come out victorious in the end. And Stormer, yeah, that's as a Psyduck used confusion, that's for sure.
Gilger looks like an axe. Catches him, and Wish gets another kill.
I like how they always do the extra, too. You saw Skylark not attacking, ensuring his Razor would grab the kill.
Yeah.
It's the little things. It's a huge, huge fight. Not just a win there, but they place a ward and a sentry. They get the tower. It's just a dream.
I mean, Wish gets BKB. Like, he's going to be unstoppable in these team fights. He outruns the Lifestealer, and everything else is magic damage.
Yep. And that'll be the plan. Drain one of the cores, and then immediately find the back line. And unfortunately for Rasmus, he feels like a third support.
That wasn't the axe they wanted. I'm not sure what they wanted here, but it's going to be Brame getting everything they desire. As they're going to be able to run down Rasmus pretty easily. Soulbind, okay. It's just an ability on cooldown at this point.
See the discipline from Wish there? Not linking. He's never going to go for a link on a hero that isn't the Lifestealer or the Kunkka, and that's the right move here. The only way you really lose a fight is if Wish takes himself out of a fight like that, because it's not about his damage as much as it's removing damage from the side of Smashers. Because without that burst potential, how does Focus die? You know, he's more of a teamfight disruptor than a source of damage. His net worth has just allowed him to also be a Slayer, but that won't continue in theory as Hellbear Smashers get more items up.
I like the term anti-carry for these sort of situations, you know? Like,
Yep.
he's less so about pumping damage out, more so about just ruining the carries
That
game.
used to be something we heard all the time. That phrasing is just falling out of favor, huh? Because that was really common back in the day.
Yeah. You know who made it common?
Who? You did?
You are dead.
I mean, I'm just saying. I came up with it. I don't know
No
who
wonder it
else
hasn't
said
caught on.
it.
You
Caught
gotta-
on for a moment. It was a hot fad.
True. When was that?
It's,
2009?
Blitz came in with win conditions. That was his contribution.
Yeah.
Stole that one from Hearthstone, which was popular at the time. They really liked the term win conditions, and fits.
Does?
6,000 net worth lead for Brame, 14-7. Double the kills at 17 minutes, and not looking great for the Smashers, but they're not being totally overrun, at least.
Your admiral is on board.
They're in an okay spot.
Okay.
Maybe not okay.
Yeah, look at Ace's farm, and I'm like, uh-oh. Compared to the Morphling, that's not so okay. You know who's always okay, even in death? Spartan. He's caught. He managed to get a D-ward out. Snowman is still going to be able to jump in. Somehow Spartan's still alive. Gilger's the one who's dead instead. The Soulbind on it too. As he's going to be able to grab Skylark, pulls it back in. They do manage to finish off Snowman as the Tiny falls, but Morphling keeps going in. Focus, not scared for a moment, quickly takes off the sound, starts morphing his strength, but he doesn't need it. Smashers, they've run out of damage. Now they're on the retreat. Rasmus is just on a pittance of health here. 1 HP thanks to the boat. Oh, Ace dodging the call just in time, but it's going to find his damage being drained away. Wish is going to take that one away. Tofu caught underneath the tier 2 towers. Brame don't really care about these buildings that are alive. Their objective is simply killing the enemy.
That's Smashers, man. It's, once again, look at the targets. It's Lifestealer Kunkka that get neutralized. Both supports die. The third support almost dies. As you said, 1 HP with the rum buff ticking out. But, you know, it's not the damage that Brame do. It's the lack of damage on the side of the Smashers. They couldn't kill the Coddle. It's just not going to get any easier. Love this BKB coming out. For Wish, looks like Morph. Yep, he'll go the Scotty as you stated. It's all just about staying alive. Put on the BGs. Underrated,
BKB
man. Disco
into
era.
Disco era, huh?
My favorite barber shop. I missed them back in Florida. They had Disco Thursdays.
That's nice. Call on 2. Skylark finds the opening for Wish, and it's fresh BKB to go to work. He's already drained away the damage from Stormer, but it does cost Skylark his life, and Wish is still struggling to be able to run them down thanks to the Coco's buff. Now, Tofu, he's going to die. Soulbind onto 2 here as Ace is trying to go to work on the back line, but Snowman catches them. A nice combination. Ace gets a little bit low. The carries trying to catch up, but they're being slowed down by Gilger as he rolls in with the Inkswell. Fortunately, Wish had the Yule Scepter to be able to disjoint. Ace on the run. A toss over. Ace looking to be able to infest, but it was on 1 second cooldown.
Oh, that hurts. They're so close. And the regen rune, insult to injury. Oh, man, this is just... It's just so hard. Once again, the same scenario. Kunkka fully drained out, and then Wish just moves forward onto his team. And Stormstormer, he wants to contribute. He's got plenty of health, but he just doesn't do any damage. So all he is X-Torrent. You see right here. Armlet's on. He's looking fearsome. Then there's a big taunt. Nice sidestep from Wish, and now there's no Kunkka in the fight, and it's Ace versus the world. And unfortunately, even in a 5-on-4 scenario, there's no offlaner. They still can't threaten anything. Tofu dies 2 hits. Stormstormer is just like, all right, guys, I'm here.
I can't help but thinking it could have just been an Ancient Apparition for a BKB charge.
It's
you
true.
know? But Ace decides to go back in thinking like, well, I didn't get drained, so I can fight, but you really just can't.
Nope.
He doesn't have the damage. Like, he started going to work on Spartan, but it wasn't even that close.
And Focus is just getting out of control. 13,000 net worth. It's kind of ridiculous. We'll have Scotty finished in a moment, and then Satanic next.
Yeah, man, then they've got a real good answer to the Lifestealer.
Yeah, that's the thing about the Morph Lifestealer matchup. It's not just that later in the game, Morph outscales. It's how you farm just straight up faster. And there's no real way for a Lifestealer to keep up unless you're dominating a game, or I don't even know, you go Midas Radiance or something crazy, but even then, I don't think you outpace. Even a Grove Bow for the added range, make it easier to kite and juke out Inkswells, boats, etc.
Right. Increase the damage of your Adaptive Strike nuke as well.
Oh, that's true.
Just a little extra help him out. It may not be an E-Blade combo, but he doesn't necessarily need it. Smashers, they're the ones who need something to change the game. A 5-man smoke from them. With a 9,000 deficit is what they're looking at. They really, really need this smoke to be successful. And they may have just found Brame in a decent spot. Focus alone inside of the Roshan pit. The rest of Brame on the low ground here. Spartan breaking it with the Glimmer Cape is going to be caught first. He's quickly killed. Dead? No buyback either, but here comes Wish. He's already stolen onto Stormer. He's going to work right now, but Ace is doing a decent amount of work onto the excellent toss over from Stoneman. May have just kept Skylark alive, while Stormer still is going to be Wish's food. Stoneman trying to run away. The call in. Skylark trying to save the Tiny, almost costing him his own life, but Ace doesn't have a way out of this one. Buybacks coming in from Brame, the advantage of a net worth lead like this. Both the supports able to buy back and make sure they can still take Roshan.
I think Spartan got a touch of assist gold, which pushed him over the precipice of a buyback. Immediately using, I'm imagining him just spamming the cooldown. And he gets the glimmer off on Skylark. I will say, maybe they dropped that first game, but it's Brame are demonstrating why they were the one team to be able to beat Alliance so far. Like, they are a solid Dota 2 team. The coordination is definitely there. And the team house, the boot camp, the grind certainly paying off, you know?
Yeah.
Individual skill, sure. You can look at the players like Miracle and Sumal. It's a very stacked region, but coordination and cohesion-wise, it definitely looks like they stack up. Yeah, so he needs the 100 gold, but he hit everybody there, so I believe once either the Kunkka or the
they're going to get the
die.
kill on the Kunkka in a second. Beautiful toss back by Stoneman. But yeah, we're going to watch the Kunkka die, and soon as he does, boom. Coddle's got the enough.
Yep.
He buys back. Try and help Stoneman out. Instead, is able to save Skylark's life. And we're seeing the power of a Scotty Morphling against Lifestealer.
Yep.
Oh no, even worse. If the BKB comes up on Skylark, I mean, he's the only one who's been dying in these team fights with his initiation. If he gets a BKB, I don't think he's falling anytime soon. Rasmus trying to poke at heroes. Fortunately, Stoneman was out of range to be able to get the toss over to the Axe. Still gets the call, though, stopping the TP away. And Rasmus is very dead.
He really would love that Hex. You know, that's one of the answers if you do get the BKBs up. Oh, hang on.
Pull it over. Focus turns into Lifestealer just in time. So added HP there will certainly help him out. Slowing down Gilger. Can he actually catch up? I don't think so. Roll away. Gilger, he's going to be fine. Wish catching up. They should be able to take the rest of this Ancient stack at least. Wish.
Whoa.
Still locked on to kill Stormstormer here. The Scotty slowing him down. The boat's going to be coming in, but it's not going to give him the buff, and he's very dead. Wish was correct. They can chase as far as they want, it looks like, all the way past the tier 3s. And Spartan, they're taunting Hellbear Smashers into tier 4s now, even.
What?
As Focus says, there's not
Chill.
a damn thing you can do about me right now.
They don't have tier 2s in bottom or mid, and they're near the fountain. Oh my God, just adding insult to injury. I don't want to say GG out, but that's the sort of play. It's a combination of asserting dominance and just, I don't even know what to call it. It's more than confidence.
Focus, great game for him. Ancient Apparition counter is there. Still no deaths there. 13-0 for him as well as Wish. The last pick, Razor, really coming out clutch here. Beautiful stuff from the course. Dominant almost finding another opening here.
Okay.
Maybe caught inside of the base right now as they don't have a Force Staff to get him down, it looks like. The Ice Blast, they're just nuking him from afar, making sure they don't overcommit. And Shinomanen will die a very slow and painful death for his hubris.
He keeps going for that cheeky little toss back. I like the play, but maybe somebody needs to wait a little bit longer. Force Staff would be great. I don't see one queued up just yet, but probably also don't feel like they need one necessarily. Just everybody stacking Yules. Now it's just retreating to the jungle. The Greek Freak going to farm up. Regen nearly to full thanks to the massive auto attack damage and just a simple Mask of Death. No, Morbid Mask. It used to be Mask of Death, right? Why is that in my head?
It used to be what?
Mask of Death, right?
Yes, that was Warcraft 3.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it was ever that in Dota 2, but I could be wrong.
Is under attack.
And easy towers to fall.
What was it in Haunt?
I don't remember.
That might be where it was.
That's possible.
Dire's bottom
Well,
tower
time
is under attack.
to make your mark, Hellbear Smashers. You keep getting the series, or with the game. You need the series. Can you do it? This is the fight.
Radiant structure.
That's not the start. That's not the start.
This is no longer the fight. This is not the fight. Ice Blast on cooldown. Let's wait for the next fight. Oh, Focus doesn't want to wait for the next fight, though. He immediately goes for the execution on Erasmus. Just needs a tad bit more damage than Spartan. Riding in on his white horse. They call him Death, riding the pale horse, and Spartan will find his death. Next to the fountain, Focus is allowed to stand like a turret and just deliver out damage. Ace, Stormstormer, Rasmus, Tofu, they all have to hide in the fountain to Focus.
Bottom barracks are under attack.
Greek freak he is undeterred by any amount of Hellbear Smashers heroes. 15 seconds left on the clock for the Aegis. Hellbear Smashers are gonna have to try round 2 here of their base defense.
This time, Brame will have to do it without their fearless leader, Spartan. Caught recklessly attempting to lead a special invasion inside of the enemy fountain. His subterfuge, of course, was detectable. Will it be enough? 4 on 5. Here they go.
Found the initiation, the call into the Inkswell's chain stun, Ice Blast over the top, and Focus is dead. Smashers keeping the hope alive of a series win. Will find the +1 in Shinomanen.
That is how you kill it. No BKB Morphling. The key ingredient there, Cap. Ice Blast. It landed. It didn't just get thrown at the start of the fight, rather was used as a finisher. And that Satanic, utterly worthless in the event you catch that spell.
Hey, same goes with the chain stuns. I mean, that was a beautiful combination, right? The Inkswell into roll initiation.
It's about time, but perhaps just in time. We will see. Hellbear Smashers. Can they get a structure off of this is the question. Yes is the answer. They take out mid. Basher on the way for Ace.
Oh, you know Brame. Spartan's out there. He's saying, let's fight, boys. He's only got 3 of them, but they're going to go for it anyway. Ace, 2 seconds forward and fast. Save me, Tofu.
No!
Save me. No! He doesn't get away. Now Tofu. Gilger tries to save him, but it's save a friend syndrome. Now Stormstormer's trying to save Gilger, but they're all drowning.
No. No.
One by one, they'll fall, and Stormstormer, the last one, the only man who knew how to swim, will get away.
Oh, God. There's no lifeguard on duty.
Rasmus, he wasn't even there to get caught in the riptide. Fortunately, the attack speed of Storm. Oh, no, it went away just in time. Rasmus is caught as well. Hellbear Smashers. They may just be saying goodbye to their one shot at being able to stay in upper division. Watch Spartan.
Although, I feel like Indian...
You don't need to see his mouth to know he is smiling and laughing at that one.
I love Spartan. I'm so happy he's in the upper division.
BKB just now coming up, maybe just when he needs it most. Dominant does manage to get the toss back onto Tofu. It seems these two are omnivores. Hey, it's the last time I get to use a line like that, as Tofu's going to be going down to lower division soon.
Oh. It's sad, but it's true. Love watching the squad. They've definitely improved. They keep stealing games, but they just can't complete a series. Definitely one of the more draft-dependent lineups, or squads, rather, in this Division 1. But Brame, man, they have come alive. And, again, they're not just fighting to stay in the DPC. They walk away with a win here. They will be fighting for an upper bracket spot, a playoff spot, a chance to go to the major. All they have to do, I believe, would be beat Team Secret.
Yeah, if they beat Team Secret, they're in. They are, I believe, almost guaranteed.
They'd at least be in a tiebreaker.
Managed to get the cold feet, but immediately Ace finds himself latched by Wish. The dog leading the bone is, oh dear. Stormstormer, he's caught. He's caught by Focus. He's dead. Ace came back outside of the fountain that was his safe haven. And it seems like all the cores will find themselves making that same blunder, as they will all die, and the Hellbear Smashers call it here. They are heading back down to lower division. Meanwhile, Brame showing that they're the promoted team that actually made some real improvements.